Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another vlog. If you're finding low energies because I haven't eaten yet for the morning and it is probably like 11 a.m. and that is because, as I told you all yesterday in my vlog yesterday, or my Saturday vlog, Pancake came home. Pimples, y'all, pimples. Pancake came home with a fever yesterday, which was Friday, and obviously I'll give her stuff for the fever and whatever, try to cool her down and all of that. But she woke up this morning with a fever. Still, she's very sick. She just fell asleep for a nap, and that's why I was able to get away. But I've been in the bed with her all morning because she has not been feeling well. She's been super clingy, and she still has a fever. I got her medicine, which she has not taken yet because she refuses to take the medicine. I put it in juice. She doesn't want the juice. I tried. Sis tried, right? So hopefully when she wakes up, she'll take medicine. So that's why I am still hungry at 11 a.m. in the morning, because I've been in bed with my child all morning trying to make sure that she feels well and take some medicine and whatever. I've been using like the wet rag method to wipe her to kind of cool down her skin, because how many baths can you actually give her, right? And I'm not going to be putting her in the bath every 2 minutes just because her skin is overheating. So I've been using that method, the rag with the water, to try to pass it on her skin to help her to cool down, but her fever is really high. I'm hoping I don't have to carry her to Mount Up. Hoping, but we'll see. So now that she's sleeping, I'm going to have breakfast. Probably might have to make something to eat because I gave the kids the bagels. And then, as you all can see behind me right there, my kitchen is flooded with waste from last night because I didn't do dishes last night. Again, because the baby is sick, and sick babies means clingy and always around mommy, so I wasn't able to do that. So I'm going to have breakfast and try to do that before she wakes up again. I don't know how long she'll sleep for, so we'll see. And then I have other things to do today, like cleaning my house and getting laundry done. The kids' school clothes need to be washed for Monday and all of that good jazz. So we'll see what we get into and how much of it I can actually do with a sick baby. So we'll see. Okay, so I'm done making my breakfast, and I have 2 bagels with butter on them, some hash browns, some eggs, and a little bit of ketchup. So that's what I'm going to eat for breakfast. It looks like a lot, but it's not. And that's what I'm going to eat for breakfast, and then I'm going to start on this disaster of an apartment. Brandon ran away because he was walking into the camera while I was recording. So, Island fam, it is raining heavily, profusely. But it's still kind of sunny, and I don't know why. But y'all see how heavy it's raining, right? Y'all see how heavy it's raining? Yeah. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. And even though it's raining that heavily, it is very hot. So, also, today take a turn for an unexpected, something that I was not going to do or even planned on doing. I'm getting ready to take Shay to the hospital, to Mount Up Hospital, because she is at the point where she's not eating anything, she's not drinking anything, not even water. She vomited more than once, and she vomited yellow. I don't know if that's like stomach acids or what, but she's vomiting yellow, and yeah, and she hasn't eaten since yesterday. So we're taking her to Mount Up because, if you're not taking medicine, you're not drinking nothing, you're not taking medicine, you're not eating, you're not even drinking water, then sis, we need to go Mount Up. Sorry, I don't want to go Mount Up, but y'all seen what's going on, right? So hopefully they can do something to get her to either get medicine in her system or some kind of something in her system so that she starts feeling better, because this not really working out. It's not really working out. No. So in Mount Up right now, and she just saw, the first doctor, they tried to give her Panadol and she vomited up cold. So yeah, so we have to wait for them to call us to go inside, so we'll know what's going on and what we have to do. But she didn't take the Panadol, she vomited back up, and I don't know if you can hear me because it's talking kind of slow, because I'm not able to be recording in here. But baby, this is what she looks like. It's all quiet and whatever. My friend actually drove us here, my best friend. Drew was here, and he told me that I should call him when I'm ready to leave so that he'll like drop me back home because it's raining profusely. So yeah. So we've gotten to see a doctor. I'm in this really echoey room. I'm sorry for if you hear echo. We've gotten to see a doctor, and right now she is going to be monitored to make sure she's not vomiting. Her fever hasn't gone down since we got here, so they said that they need to get her fever down because she has a high fever, and since it hasn't dropped, obviously they need it to drop in order for her to leave. And because her fever is elevated, that makes her heart rate elevated and also her breathing rates elevated. So we need to get those things down, and she needs to stop vomiting in order to be able to leave. And obviously, if she doesn't stop vomiting or her fever doesn't go down, we have to stay. So let's cross our fingers and hope that she doesn't have to stay, okay? And that she can drink and eat normally without vomiting. Because I don't want to stay. I'll stay if I have to because I want her to get better, but I don't really want to stay. So we'll see. We'll see. So we've been here for about 4 hours, and still no change yet. Fever is still high, heart rate is still high. She's not vomiting, so that's good. Then again, she's not really eating much. She drank some of her apple juice that they suggested she drank, but not all of it. And since she drank it, she has not vomited. She's here sleeping, napping away, and I have to wait for the doctor to come back to give her medicine to make sure that she can hold it down. If she can't hold it down to be able to get the fever and stuff down, then they would have to give her it through the other end so that it could go into her system to make sure that the medicine helps the fever to go down. Because if the fever don't go down and the heart rate don't go down, then we can't go home, as I told you before. So we'll see. So right now we're just waiting on the doctor to come and try to give her the medicine. But they have an emergency. A little kid has gunshot wounds and they're trying to keep him alive. So I'm not even mad that they're taking long because they need to leave with that. So yeah, so when they come, they'll see about her and we'll see what's going on after that. Good morning, Island fam. It is a new day, and as y'all can see, I am home. So I'm just coming on here to give y'all a little update on the situation yesterday. So, I spent about 6 hours in the hospital with Chiara yesterday, and then I came home. No, I did not spend 6 hours because there wasn't seen about her and it was taking too long and whatever. Yes, they did have two emergencies, but she had to be monitored because her fever was taking very long to go down, even with medicine and whatever. She wasn't taking the medicine orally, so they had to give her it like enema. Um, so as I said, her fever was taking long to go down, and her heart rate was also elevated. And they said that those two things needed to come down in order for her to go home. She was vomiting, but that stopped. So that's something that we didn't have to deal with, but the fever and the heart rate was still elevated, and they said the fever is causing the heart rate to elevate. So in order to get the heart rate down, the fever had to go down, which was giving a lot of trouble to come down, right? Even with medicine. So it did take 6 hours. Eventually, it did go down enough where she could leave to come home. So we did get home about after 8 last night. So yeah, so she is doing a little better than yesterday. She still has a fever. She still has a fever. Um, the doctor said don't let her, like, don't force her to eat if she doesn't want to eat. She's not going to really want anything solid. Her throat is irritated and slightly swollen from being sick. They said it's a viral, you know, infection, flu, whatever. It's something that's going around, so it's nothing major to worry about. So that's good. Also, if she still has fever in 3 days, even with the medicine, I have to take her back to the hospital. So let's hope in 3 days she doesn't have fever, right? So she has medicine to take, which they gave me a prescription for medicine for her fever and also medicine for her stomach from her vomiting and so much yesterday. They gave me medicine for that, which I got. So she already started on that. So yeah. This morning I woke up. She still had a fever, but it wasn't as bad as yesterday. So it is less, like the temperature is not as high as yesterday. So that's good. She hasn't eaten anything yet, but she did drink tea and she didn't vomit. So that's good. So yeah, that's how she's going. I will keep you guys updated most likely in my Instagram stories on how she's doing. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go over there, get all the updates you need. Yeah. So yeah, I also want to address something else because I want you all to know the stupidity I just have to deal with now. But let me address it. So now that you all have the updates and you all know that Pancake is doing a lot better than yesterday, I want to address this because I know y'all don't know me personally. I know, but I work pretty damn hard to make sure that all of my kids have what they need, right? Pretty hard. I go the extra mile. I'm up late when their dads are in their beds. I am up early when they need to get to school, when they need anything. I am always there with Chiara, everything. So, this that happened yesterday really pissed me off. And I just want to say something because I know none of you all know the nonsense I just be dealing with when it comes to Chiara's dad. And he paints a picture to other people, not to you all because you all don't really know him, but he paints a picture to people in his lives that I am such a horrible mother and I'm such a horrible person, right? But tell me why. Your child is sick. And I told you this since Friday night, right? That she's sick, she has a fever, she came home sick. Asked you to get her vitamins because I already bought her medicine and everything else she needs. The only thing I didn't get was vitamins, right? Asked you to get her vitamins, which you said she'll have to wait till next week. Okay, great. Maybe you didn't have the money. I have no problem. Right? I said, okay, I didn't bother. Fast forward to yesterday, where I tried calling you yesterday around noon because I realized that Chiara is getting worse. She was vomiting yellow, which I was told that was like stomach fluids because she didn't eat anything. Right? So she's vomiting yellow, not eating anything, not drinking anything, not even water. I tried to call you to get you to take me to the hospital with your child, and you don't want to answer your phone. But you take the time out of your life to message me to tell me to text you instead of calling you because you don't want to talk to me. Great. So I text you and I tell you that she's getting worse and she needs to go to the hospital. Still no response. Call you back, you refuse to answer your phone for at least 4 phone calls. By the 5th phone call, you then decide, I'm going to answer my phone, but I'm not going to say anything. And after 5 seconds, I'm going to hang up, which you did multiple times. So when I realized, you know what, you're not even bothering, I decided not to call you anymore. And I called my best friend to take me to the hospital, which my best friend did come, which he lives 30 minutes away from me, right? 30 minutes away, not his child. He didn't have to come, but I called my best friend and he came to pick me up in the rain to take me to Mount Hope Hospital, right? Anyway, so being the good mother that I am, I still decided to text her dad and tell him that I'm taking Chiara to the hospital, she's not feeling well, blah, blah, blah. Everything that I iterated to him before, right? In a message which he didn't respond to. I made sure to tell him that she was in the hospital. On my way to the hospital with my best friend, you're calling me to ask me what the doctor said. So I'm like, I haven't even gotten to the hospital yet. I have no information. I don't know. When I get information, I will tell you. Okay, great. You tell me that you're coming, right? You never get there till hours after I've been in the hospital, which you get there and then you proceed to argue with me. Because I told you wasn't answering your phone. Which I told you, here's what. I'm not in for your BS. You want to argue, you can leave because I'm already here. I can deal with this myself and I don't need you here frustrating me while my child is sick. Fast forward to after I already see about my child, the doctor see about her, I'm leaving because this human being said he will drop me home, right? No problem. So we're coming down in the car, you're telling me a pack of nonsense, which I'm not going to say on here, but you're telling me a pack of nonsense, which I address. Then you get upset because you didn't like the responses that I was giving you in the car. When we get to my apartment building, you stop. I come out of the car, which before we get to where I was at, when I came out of the hospital, I told him what the doctor said. I showed him the letters that the doctor gave me for the different clinics that she needs to go to. On top of that, she had a prescription, right? Which he asked me to give him so that he would buy the medicine. He asked me and I told him, you have to get it by tomorrow, which is today. because she has to start to take the medicine as soon as possible. Because if in 3 days she still has a fever, she has to go back to the hospital, and I really don't want her to have to go back to the hospital. He then says, nah, she can't get it tomorrow, which I didn't say anything to. Actually, I did say something. What I said was, but she needs it as soon as possible so that she can get better. That's all I told him. He was like, okay, no problem. Right? Great. So then we get to my apartment building. You park in front. I come out of the car and I'm going to get Shiara out of the car. He takes her from the back seat and he's holding her, telling her goodbye, blah, blah, blah. So then I go to take her. When he hands her over to me, this is what pisses me off. Not everything else before that, right? This moment is what pissed me off. He hands her to me, but before he can hand her to me, he looks at her, kisses her, and tells her, I'm going to buy you your medicine, something your mother can't do for you because she's always begging. I'm always begging. And I'm like, wait, what? What did you say? So then he says it again and turns to me and tells me, I'm always asking him for something and I'm always begging, so I can't afford to buy medicine for my child. Well, obviously the petty in me, because I'm not going to pretend like I'm the best human on the planet. So obviously the petty in me rise, and I was like, here's what, just give me my child prescription. Just give me back my child prescription. Thank you very much. Because if it's too hard for you to buy the prescription, and then on top of that you have to tell her such nonsense because you're upset with me, then it's okay. So I took back the prescription and I proceeded to go to the drugstore in Port of Spain last night and get my child her medicine without her dad's help. Right? And I know you're probably thinking, oh, but Azrael Patty could have just let him buy the medicine, right? Do you know what this human being is calling me always begging? If I call him on the phone and tell him that his child needs something, that's what he's calling me always begging. He thinks as long as he gives me the maintenance money that he's giving me, other than that, I am not supposed to ask him for anything for her. If I haven't gotten paid yet or whatever, and I call him and I say, here's what, I don't have the money for this. Can you get this for her? Is it possible for you to get this for her? That is what Sir is calling begging. So then he proceeds to tell my child that I can't give her anything and I can't afford anything for her because I always begging. Me, who does go the extra mile, who does give up things that she needs for herself to ensure that her children always have what they need. So of course I was pissed. And not even go and pretend, of course I was pissed. I got very upset and I took the prescription away and I left, came upstairs, dropped off my child to her brother and sister, and I went and bought her medicine in the drugstore by myself. I do not care how petty that was. Because this is the kind of nonsense, and this is surface level of the kind of nonsense that I have to deal with him on a regular basis. But I just had to say something. I just had to say it out loud to get off my chest because it pissed me off. So yeah, that's that. So anyway, off of all that nonsense, I am going to end the video here because you all saw that I started the video of me trying to clean my house and organize for the week ahead, which I did not get to do because I went to Mount Up and spent 6 hours, right? So obviously I'm going to have to do that today. So I'm ending the vlog here so that I can start a new vlog, and not just start a new vlog, but I can also clean my disaster dungeon, okay? Because right now it's a disaster dungeon. So thanks guys for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so by clicking that big red word that says subscribe. Click on the notification bell so you guys can get notified every time I post a video. Share this video with all your friends. Like it if you like me, if you like us, if you like my shenanigans. Come back here every week for another vlog. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns, anything else you want to see next on my channel. Don't forget, self-love is important. Take care of your mental health and don't forget to smile. So thanks again guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time on the island.